When I got the call, I didn't hesitate for 1 second. I came without telling anybody, not even Tyler. All I knew is that I was supposed to go to the grave of somebody who'd just been buried that morning. Tiffany Harper, Lucas Kane's ex-girlfriend.
She was a good person. She didn't have anything to do with all of this. You didn't come here to arrest me. You know that I'm not the one responsible for all of those murders.
Oh yeah? And what makes you say that?
I hear your thoughts. I know that this case has disturbed you enough to make you listen to what I have to say.
Well then, who is the real killer?
I don't know his name. I don't even know if there's anyone alive who does. All that I do know is that he's a Mayan oracle who has the power to erase all memory of his existence from anyone who sees him.
Why does he want to kill all of these people?
He's using the ritual to find a little girl, the Indigo child.
Why does he want this little girl?
I'm not sure. All I know is that the child is very special, and that the fate of humanity depends on her.
The Oracle isn't acting alone, is he?
He belongs to a secret clan who have united the most powerful beings on Earth. Their power has no limit, and they'll do anything to get the Indigo child.
You mean the Orange Clan?
You already know about them?
I went to see one of the murderers in an asylum. He talked about the Orange Clan. All this is just unbelievable. But his story is consistent. It seems to fit with what I already know. How did you learn all of this?
I just know, that's all. The question isn't whether what I'm saying is true or not. The question is, are you going to help me?
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because you're the only person who knows that what I'm saying is true.
And even if you're right, what can we do about it? Nobody's gonna believe all this. And if the Oracle really has all these powers, what can we do to stop him?
Find the Indigo child before he does, and hide her someplace safe.
Do you know where she is?
Not yet, but I'll find her. I see through the eyes of the Oracle during his visions. If he sees her, I'll see her.
This is just insane. I cannot believe I'm actually sitting here talking about saving the world with a fugitive wanted by every police department in the country.
You're free to choose which side you're on. You can arrest me, or you can trust me and help me save the child. But you must decide quickly. I haven't got much time.
What am I supposed to do? If he's lying, I'm aiding a murderer and I'll go to prison. But if he's telling the truth, I have to help him. So, either you're crazy or you're some kind of hero.
Neither one nor the other. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
His hand. It's as cold as ice.
Almost the entire country is now without water and electricity services. The army has been mobilized to help provide shelter and basic necessities, but the cold and snow have hampered ground movement, and storms have shut down every airport in the country. Scientists are still unable to fully explain the reason behind the cold wave which has now gripped the entire planet. Temperatures continue to fall everywhere in the world as authorities ponder.
Well, our job is done. Now it's up to the army to do what they can to help the population. Carla, you should get some sleep. You haven't closed your eyes in 2 days.
I have to get warm to do that. I'm solid ice from head to toe.
Yeah. Hey, look, can I get real with you here for a sec, Carla?
I think it's probably now or never.
I get the feeling you're hiding something from me on this Kane thing. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I found him, but I think he's innocent. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get you involved, Tyler. You mad at me?
Nah, of course not. Plus, with everything that's going on now, I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyway, as long as you do what you think is right, you can't go too wrong. Sam, what are you doing here, babe?
There's a train leaving in 1 hour for Florida. It'll probably be the last one for a long time. I'll be on it, Tyler. With or without you. If you really love me, quit the police and come with me. When this cold stops, we'll get on with our lives. Our new, normal lives. It's time to make a choice, Tyler.
Oh, I love you too damn much, Sam. I wouldn't let you go for anything in the world.
Oh, Tyler, I was so afraid of losing you.
I'll be with you in a minute. Carla,
As long as you do what you think is right, you can't go too wrong. Good luck in Florida, Tyler. Here we are. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
The Oracle's seen the child, just like I did. He'll be here to find her any minute now. I've got to get to her before he does. Wait for me here. I won't be long. There's no time to lose. I've got to find that girl before the Oracle does.
Sir? Sir! You can't go in there!
Got to do this quickly. The Oracle will be here any second. No, she's not the one.
You can't go in, sir.
I've seen you in my dreams. You have to come with me. We have to leave here right now. She seems out of it, like she's not here at all.
So, I see you're still alive. I don't know how you've managed it, but that's of no importance now. Give me the child, and I will grant you a rapid death.
If you take her to the ones you serve, They'll use her to make slaves out of the entire human race.
That's no concern of yours. You'll be dead before that comes to pass. Give me the child. I don't have time to play with you.
I'm leaving you here. You mustn't move, understand? I'll be back soon to get you. I hope.
You found the child.
Agatha.
Humanity's fate for the next 10,000 years depends on the fate of that child. A new golden age, peace and security, or the reign of ice, of terror and death. We were right to have chosen you.
You've been using me from the start, haven't you? You manipulated me so I'd find the girl for you.
Manipulated isn't really the word. Let's say guided. We intervened to protect you because we knew you could lead us to her.
Whose side are you on, Agatha? Who are you, really?
We wish to keep the Orange Clan from possessing the child. They would use her to tighten their grip on humanity. We wish to provide her with a safe, hidden home where no one can ever use her for evil ends.
What happened at the amusement park? I don't remember anything after the roller coaster collapsed.
You didn't survive the fall. We found your body and we resuscitated you. The truth is that you are dead, Lucas.
You brought me back?
We have certain expertise that may surprise you. Bringing you back to life was nothing exceptional for us. It was vital that you bring us the Indigo child, and you succeeded. Now we can put her in a safe place. You've accomplished your mission well.
No, I don't trust you. Jade stays with me.
You're committing a fatal error, Lucas. I'm going to have to eliminate you. Oh, I forgot one small detail. When we brought you back to life, we added a module within your cortex. It's impossible to kill you, as you are already dead. I can, however, annihilate you. A simple touch from me, and you will be erased forever. There's no use trying to resist. I have control of you now.
Get up, Lucas! Hurry!
Quickly, over here!
Where are we?
In an abandoned subway station, I guess.
Do you know who that man is?
I have no idea. He just told me we had to follow him. So, what do we do now?
Looks like we don't have much choice. Let's follow him.
Lucas, you're safe and sound.
Marcus! How did you end up here?
They came looking for me. They explained everything, Lucas. I know now that you weren't crazy. I hope that you could forgive me for doubting you. I couldn't possibly have known that you were really...
What are you talking about?
Our host will explain everything.
Welcome to the camp of the Invisibles, Lucas. Come and take a seat by the fire.
You call yourself the Invisibles?
Many of us are homeless. Though we're scattered throughout every city, no one ever notices us. This allows us to see without being seen, and pursue our mission without attracting attention.
You're the ones who sent me that email on Kirsten, aren't you?
And normally, we never intervene directly, but it seemed necessary to help you see that Lucas wasn't really guilty of murder. We thought that you might ultimately help him in his mission.
There's another clan besides the Orange Clan, isn't there? The thing that took on Agatha's form wanted the child too.
We've only recently become aware of the Purple Clan. We know almost nothing about them. We suspect that some AIs acquired a sort of consciousness using the net during the 80s. They want the Indigo Child in order to become the dominant life form on the planet. First the dinosaurs, then man, now artificial intelligence.
Who is really behind the Orange Clan?
Nobody knows for sure. It's said that there are five to control the world. Administration, police, army, finance, the media. They control everything. Over the centuries, the Orange Clan has built an empire that runs the entire world.
You mentioned the clans. How many of them are there?
In ancient times, every kingdom had its clan. But then they began warring, and most of them disappeared until there was only one left. From the west, the Orange Clan.
You mean that...
The prophecy has been all that has motivated the most powerful since the very beginning. They fought with one another with the sole hope of improving their chances of finding the Indigo Child. Puts the history of the world in a new light, doesn't it?
What is the message of the prophecy?
It announces the birth of the Indigo Child. The child will have the answer to all questions. And the one who hears her message will have access to infinite power. But if the child has not been heard before the final countdown, humanity will cease to exist.
So, what do we do now?
We must bring the Indigo Child to a source of the chroma. That's where she'll deliver her message and complete the prophecy.
Where do we find this chromosource?
There are only 3 known to exist on the planet. The closest could be found on an old military base called Wichita.
Wichita? That's where I was born. My parents were scientists. They were working for the government.
And that explains many things. In the 50s, an artifact was discovered that was not of human origin. It turned out to be a chroma source. We must bring the Indigo child there as quickly as possible, before she wastes away and dies without having delivered her message.
When do we leave?
In 2 hours. The time it'll take to finish preparations on your vehicle and to find you enough gasoline. It seems likely that the Orange and Purple clans will be waiting for you at Wichita. They will stop at nothing to prevent you from uniting the child with the artifact. We will take care of the child and give her a bit of chroma to help her hang on. There are some mattresses in the wagon back there. I suggest you get some rest before you have to leave. You have a long journey ahead of you. Tomorrow may well be the last day of the human race.
I'm dead tired, Carla. I'm gonna take Bogart's advice and get some sleep.
I don't think I can sleep right now. I'm gonna wander around a bit and join you later. An old radio. If I could get it to work, maybe I could get some news from up top. Seems to be in pretty good shape. Just need some batteries and an antenna. Flashlights. I'm gonna steal the batteries out of one for the radio. An iron rod. This'll work as an antenna for the radio. There we go. It should work now.
Two-thirds of the country are completely without power this morning. Residents are chopping up wood wherever they can find it in an effort to keep warm. In a few days, the planet will revert to the Stone Age. Only a few cities can still count on it.
The government has declared a Level 1 state of emergency. The Army has been deployed throughout the nation to discourage looting and protect those unable to remain in their homes due to the cold. Several 100,000 men have been attached to emergency services in order to...
All of the oceans of the globe are now almost entirely frozen over. The Atlantic Ocean is closing up, and there are only a few hundred miles in the middle of the Pacific which haven't been covered over by the ice flow. If the temperature continues to fall, it seems likely...
And I'm telling you the truth. This cold wave is a divine punishment for all of humanity's sins. God is sick and tired of our faithless, evil ways, and he's gonna cleanse the planet of the unworthy and declare the dawn of a new era, just like he did with Noah's flood. Don't be afraid, my brothers, because God's will is all-powerful. The just need not fear his wrath, because...
The apocalypse. The future of the world is going to be decided tomorrow at Wichita. How's she doing?
She's finally asleep. She doesn't have much strength left, and I did what I could. But she needs a chroma source real bad.
Still not asleep?
No, I can't seem to relax.
It's hard to believe that it's all going to end tomorrow, isn't it? The fields, the forests, the cities, everything will disappear under the ice. What's going to happen to us? It'll be like we never existed, like nothing important ever happened. Are you afraid to die?
Not anymore.
If we're both going to die tomorrow, I want you to know something. I'm sorry that we didn't meet under better circumstances. Maybe if things had turned out differently. You're frozen. Your lips are like ice. I love you, Lucas.